morning, people, and welcome to Jon Sheppard Fitness. It is Thursday, and it's the day where I'm going to go to the doctors and find out finally what this problem is with my throat. It's eased off the last couple of days. Don't know why. I haven't really been whatever you call it. I haven't been gagging or nothing like that. I haven't been to the gym. It's been over a week now since I've been to the gym, and frankly I'm missing it. So I'm off now to work, then I'm going to go and pick up my little boy, and then I've got to go and see the doctor. So I'll see you a bit later when I go and pick up my lad. So then I have just put my boy to bed, and I thought I'd just give you a quick update on what is wrong with me from the doctor. I've got the prescription here. It's not as bad as I thought, thank God. She went through the whole actual list of do's and don'ts. So I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about it, because it's a very, very common illness and it can get worse if you don't treat it properly. Right, the myths of the acid reflux, or as they call it here, it is gastro something, I can't even pronounce it. I've watched things on YouTube, which I don't suggest you watch stuff for medical reasons on YouTube, because just because they say they're a doctor and then they have lots of views doesn't mean they actually are doctors, or they could be some weirdo who pretends to be a doctor and very convincing. So what I suggest you do is, if you've got any problems at all, is go to a proper doctor, a GP or a hospital, and find out what. Do not go on the internet typing stuff, because there'll be hundreds of different symptoms, and it'll say there's nothing wrong with you till you've got 2 weeks left to live. So I'd suggest don't go on the internet. It's just a waste of space. If you're gonna go on the internet, go to the NHS, or if you're from America, whatever that one is, the proper people who know what they're on about. Right, what I've got is I have got acid reflux. She checked my stomach for any pains, because what can happen, it can be a hernia, and I never thought about that. If I had pains in my stomach, I could have been having a hernia. And what happens is, you get acid reflux from a hernia. What happens is the stomach part, or where the hernia then grows, pushes up your stomach, and then obviously the organs will get to where your bowel is, where the stomach part is, and pushes all the acid, and it's a sign of a hernia coming. Luckily it's nothing to do with that, because she found there's nothing there. She had a good feel of me, and there's nothing there at all. I told her about doing bodybuilding and that, and she says when you're eating a high amount of protein, you have to be a bit more careful. If you're not doing exercise, you should be eating that much protein. Obviously you only eat lots of more protein if you're doing a sport or a physical activity like bodybuilding. So I suggest, if you're not doing any sort of that, if you're not doing any sort of bodybuilding or anything like that, just go to your recommended allowance, which is only probably about, I think it's 50 to 70 men and women. So depending on what size you are, if you're a bit bigger, then obviously you have a bit more. But I told her about that. She said the protein can be quite thick, so it can lead to it. She said that, and this is one thing which I actually agreed with, when she said, we know when you watch everybody saying that supplements are, the supplements for a reason, if you can't get the protein in or whatever. She said to me that protein it could be the protein shakes, because of it's liquid. what happens is, if you're having lots of liquid to make up for your meals and stuff like that, you can get acid reflux from that, because what happens is your stomach is filling full of liquid into the stomach, obviously, and it can't handle it, all that liquid, and it basically has to come back up, and that's how you get acid reflux. It's best to eat meals. If you're going to try and get your protein in, try and get it through actual meals, because it's obviously more slow releasing and it goes down your system, and it's not liquid, it's in clumps, so it can digest. And of course the acid reflux can't actually come up then if you've got it, because it's solid food, so it'd have to be thick. And acid reflux is nothing to do with actually being sick. It's actually just like gherkin. What that happens is she told me that when you have a lot of liquid in your stomach, it needs to release, and a lot of it's acidy. When it comes up to a certain level, that's when you want to gag, and that's what I've been doing. So I've been having a lot of liquid or gas and acid, and it comes up to a certain part in my body, up in my throat, and that's when I gag. So I haven't had it so bad the last couple of days, because I've cut out caffeine. She says cut out caffeine, don't drink as much coffee, but I don't drink that much. Protein shakes, I'm gonna never have energy drinks anymore ever again, because frankly they don't really do that much. The only reason I'll have one is if I am really exhausted and tired. I'd rather have an energy drink than over coffee, because coffee, I just don't like the taste of coffee. And then she told me, basically, you have got acid reflux. Give you these tablets, which I've got them here. I've got to have them for 3 months. So I've got to take 2 a day, 1 in the morning and 1 at night, for 2 weeks, and then I've got to take 1 a day for the rest of the 3 months. And then see how I am if nothing happens after it. She says that this should actually cure it with, you know, the acid reflux, and I shouldn't get the symptoms again while I'm taking these. And then when I finish them, see how I go. She said try and cut down onto smaller meals. Don't eat, if you're going to eat something like quite stodgy and thick or liquidy wise, don't down it all or eat it all in one go. You know, split it up a bit more so you don't have as much going into your system. So what I'm going to do is, I'm still going to have my protein shakes because I need to get the protein in. Yeah. But I'm going to like only have one, maybe in the morning. So I'll get my protein in. But saying that, she also said that cereal, yes, now this is going to shock all of us because it's all going to make us miserable and depressed. Cereal is one of the main factors of acid reflux, because obviously you're having milk and you're having quite fine sort of, you know, it's not very big food, is it? It's quite thin and it goes mushy when into your system. It can cause acid reflux because obviously it's getting washed down with the milk quite easy. So she said that is one of the worst things to have when you've got acid reflux. Do not have cereal, which, in all frankly, I'm gutted because I do like my cereal. But she all asked me what I do eat, and I said what I eat, and she said your diet seems fine. If I was going to eat something in the morning, I have eggs, and that's a lot better for you than having cereal. It's better for you. It's, you know, it's good. You know, it's protein as well, and I would suggest to have that. Other than that, she said, you got nothing to worry about. Just take the tablets. I would suggest to have a meal. When you're going training, have a meal 2 hours before, not 1 hour. When you hear people saying 1 hour, no, because you're gonna be antagonizing the stomach, because she says when you're leaving it for such a short time, even an hour, what happened, unless you had something really, really light, but a lot of people do have porridge before they go training, you know, and you crunching, you're holding your breath, and all this pressure is going onto your stomach, and that will cause problems with your stomach and can cause stuff like acid reflux, because the food is not digested. She says give it 2 hours maximum before you go training in any sort, you know. So now I'm going to do that. I'm not going to eat something when I finish work and then go training. At the moment I'm only doing 4-hour shifts, and it's like, I don't know why. The people at the work, the manager and that, he's got a vendetta against me for some reason. I don't know why. He's basically offering everybody else overtime. Well, the people who do the same job as me, and they're doing 30 hours, and this week they've been doing 40 hours, and I'm on 20 hours. I'm not bothered about what my life. This is the whole point. I'm truthful, and I know how people struggle, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing in bodybuilding. I'm going to go to the show because I'm going to be showing you how to get by. I know I live with my mom and dad, you know, they do help me out, you know, with certain foods, but obviously I pay them rent anyway, so, you know, that contributes to their food. But I earned after this, tomorrow I get paid, and I got less than 700 quid for a month's work, you know. And frankly, that's not good enough. That's not enough. That's not enough to survive, you know, especially when you got a son. I got to pay maintenance to the ex, you know. I've got a loan, I've got a phone bill, and now I will have another bill to pay for, and that's the thing I've been wanting to. I wanted to save it, but I can't now. I am from tomorrow, from tomorrow, which will be Friday. I am starting a new PT course through the training group or the training team or something like that. It's online. It's legit. It's not one of them little cheap courses where it costs like 30 quid and you know you get a PT license, and it's not like that. I saw it because my gym at the moment, I've now just gone with them. So I looked up on them, and they basically are signed up by every single gym that you could think of. They're signed up with Pure Gyms, they're signed up with the gym group, which I'm with. They're signed up with Fitness First, I think DW gyms, JD gyms, Nuffields, I think, as well. You know, so all the big proper gyms where lots of people go. And what they do is they recruit you, they train you in your online, do everything online. They show demonstrations of what you need to learn. So it's not just all paperwork. They'll show videos, demonstrations, how it works and everything. And that is absolutely what I wanted, and that's how PT courses should be. They shouldn't just be paperwork and you just have to read, because not everybody is visually capable of reading. I've never been a reader. I'm not a big reader. I'm more, if I watch something on TV, I will remember it. Like like history, I would find something about history on TV, like the kings and all that lot, more interested in watching it than reading it. Because if you haven't got that that sort of brain where it takes stuff in when you read, you're not going to really pay any interest in it. Where I'm a film person, I love my TV, where I like watching stuff, where I've never been a person who likes to sit down and reading a book. I've never ever found it interesting. So yeah, and then I can pay monthly installments, which is going to be about 73 quid. And yeah, and the good thing about this is when I've passed the course, which it all depends on me, because it's in my own time and it's online, they said the quickest you probably could do it is in 3 months. So in 3 months time, I could be saying goodbye to where I'm working now and getting a job in a gym, which I really want to do. Not necessarily work in a gym, but I have to get that experience, but because I want to be an online coach more than anything. But then I can actually do what I want to do and actually earn a wage on something I actually enjoy. Because frankly, what I'm earning now, I'm going to be earning that doing any sort of PT work easily, even if I just work at a gym, you know. So I'm going to get free membership if whatever gym I join, you know. So I got plus points in everything, and today's been quite a good, overall quite good day. You know, yesterday I found out about the PT course. I'm putting in a deposit tomorrow when I get paid, and obviously hopefully the tablets will go and sort me out. And then next week, because I don't train weekends because I've got my son now, hopefully from next week I can actually start getting this body into bodybuilding shape, so I can go to these shows and beat them, because that's what I want to do. And this is what I'm gonna be talking about in my little questionnaire. I know Craig wants to know what it is, but Craig, you have to just wait, because it's an interesting one. It's not like I'm going to be tagging people in it, but I'm also going to be, it's a questionnaire where it'd be nice to hear what your points of view on it, because it's a very, it's not criticizing people who do bodybuilding, but it's something about competing in bodybuilding and actually what you see, you know, what you see when you look at them. I'm not saying anything else, but you have to just wait. So I might actually do that video before Sunday, or I might do it on Sunday. I know some people want to see the vlogging and see how the vlogging worked, but sometimes I've just got too much to do, you know, especially when you've got a 4-year-old, just never gives you any chance, you know. Obviously I live with my mum and dad, so I can't just go around videoing in front of them, leave them with my son, because it's not fair. It's my responsibility. But the PT course will be underway from tomorrow, so that's all good. Oh, and with their course, it's when you've passed it, because they're with them, all the gym places, you choose what gyms are around you which you would like to work for, and what they do is they get an interview for you to work at them gyms, because obviously the gyms are employing them for PTs, because they can trust then that group that I've joined up to, that the people they've trained are good enough to be in their company. So it's like a recruitment agency as well, so it's great. I don't have to worry, because that's a lot of people do these PT courses and they think, oh yeah, I'll do a PT and then I can go and join the gym. It's not that easy, because especially if you're young and you've got no experience, or you've never really trained and you learn it all from scratch. You're going from basically learning, not knowing nothing, and then passing after what, 3 months and going to train somebody. You're not going to really want to be trained by somebody who's been going on a course for 3 months, has never had no years of experience in training anyway. So at least I've got like at least 10 years of experience in training. Yes, I don't know everything. I don't know all the technical words, and you know, when you see all the coaches, but their coaches, they're the next level from a PT. They know a lot more, you know, about how the body works, what's the best thing, you know. You get people who are experts in the steroids, bodybuilding. You got people who are really good in nutrition. You got people, but they still mess up, and you see it in the actual shows. They mess up on their clients, you know, and they look too flat, or they look like they're bloating, and it's all no one's perfect. It's hard because obviously everybody's different. You can't just coach one person the same as another one because everybody is different. Everybody's body works different. Food reacts with different people in different ways, and that's what you need to learn. I'm going to be more of a. I want to be more of a training coach where basically you eat healthy. This is the training workout. You know, follow this plan. Eat healthy. You know, here's some food ideas. You know, if you want to bulk, I'm going to tell you how much you need to eat. If you want to go on a cutting diet, this is how much you're going to eat, and follow this training plan. Right? I'm not going to be doing competitions because I'm not an expert in that, and it's not really my passion. Even though I am going to be competing, but I just want to get people either bigger and musclier or lose some weight, you know, and make them look good. And then if they want to compete, you know, and I can pass them on to somebody who I know or respect. So that is it for this video. Thank you for everybody who's actually commented, and not just on this, on Instagram. If you're not on my Instagram, follow me. It's Jon Sheppard, well, Jon_Sheppard. And thank you to all of you. Hopefully now I see the end of me basically gagging like some retard, and I can actually start getting some heavy weights because I've only got a few months left until I start cutting. I'm thinking I'm going to be doing a 20-week cut for the shows, and I still haven't got a coach because frankly, I can't afford one at the moment. I mean, I'm struggling to pay for what I'm going to be doing with the PT course, and I'm not being selfish and not having my son not have treats and toys and that, you know. So if I have to do a competition by myself, I'll have to do it alone. Is it a good idea? Maybe not. Is it? But there's so much information out nowadays. You know, there's so many people who basically put it on YouTube and show how they do it each week when they're on in a show. All you have to do is basically copy similar to them and adjust it to your body, you know. And you know, if it doesn't work by myself, if I really do want to coach, but if it doesn't work by myself, I can say, well, obviously because I bloody didn't get a coach, and then maybe I'll have to go next year and get a coach or something. I don't know, but we've got a few more months until I really want to get a coach. I know people say get a coach while you're bulking, you know, because they'll get you more muscle. Yes, you can, but I don't really think you need a coach when you're bulking up, right? If you're all I see when they're bulking is they're lifting heavy weights, they're doing sets what I do, and there's nothing else they can really tell me what I'm not doing as I is now, you know. So it's just more the cutting phase. I mean, I've done a cut before, and you know, I did it quite well. And that was only like a 6-week cut, and I knew what I was doing, but it's just them little bits, you know, how to look dry, you know, when on show day and that, which I wouldn't know what to do, but we'll have to find out, you know. Never know, by next year, starting next year, I could be a personal trainer, so I'm gonna have more money, so we'll all have to just wait and find out. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who's asked how you are and all that lot. I do appreciate, you know, people go on about, why are you doing YouTube, because it's stupid, no one watches you, wow, you've got like 100 views and that. But you know what, the people who do watch and the people who do comment, it's like more than just people. Obviously I've met a few of you as well. It's more like friends, you know, like, and they can't say anything because most of the people who do take the mick out of you had God knows how many people on their Facebooks Instagrams. Do they know any of them? No. Do they talk to them? Yeah. So what's the difference? At least we're talking to each other because we've got the same passion. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna relax, and I will see you next time. Thanks again. Goodbye.